Hi, everybody. This is George Fotion, called Realty Best Palos Verdes Homes, and this is more than a month-end review. This is the year review for 2023 leading into January 2024. So what's going on with the real estate market? Uh, Now, because this is a year review, this video is going to be a little bit longer than most. Let's dig right into it. Go to my website, palosverdeshomesbest.com, palosverdeshomesbest.com, and then click over to my blog. In the article that you want to read, well, you can obviously look at all of these, but the one that I want to bring attention to right now is this one, Palos Verdes Real Estate Trends. Now, this website not only reviews what's going on in Palos Verdes, but the entire greater South Bay area as well, as you'll see in a moment. You'll scroll down. This video here is going to be replaced by the one I'm recording right now. And then come some very, very interesting charts. Let's go over the annual charts first. For the Palos Verdes Peninsula, for the first time in a long time, this goes back to, what is this, 2011. This is the first time that we've had a decrease in the median dollar per square foot value for homes sold on the Palos Verdes Peninsula. Let's go to the next one. This shows sale volume. And as you can see, for a couple of years now, we've really, really dropped in sale volume hugely. From 801 sales back in 2021 to only 459 sales of homes in 2023. So that's kind of interesting. The next chart shows the median sale price. As you saw from that first chart, the first one was doing dollar per square foot. This one is doing price, and we saw a little bit of a decrease in the median sale price of homes. Not a lot, but a little bit. And let's go back to the dollar per square foot. Same thing here. Not a big decrease, but a decrease nonetheless. Did interest rates play a part? Maybe. There's another blog article I have on my site in which I did a dissection of interest rates and prices going back a few decades, and it was really interesting. There really wasn't too much of a correlation at all. There were many times when interest rates were going up and prices were going up, and there were many times when interest rates were going down and prices were going down. So I think interest rates are less of a factor than what we might tend to believe. What really is important is what's the overall economy doing? How do people feel about spending money? They feel secure or not secure? And we can argue as to why that is, but really that's the bottom line, is people's confidence in their ability to spend dollars or conserve dollars. The next few charts I think are pretty important. In this one, the green bar, the green column, is Palos Verdes Estates, and the blue is the entire South Bay. And I'm comparing two different kinds of time periods. In one, I'm comparing only a 2-month period of time, and in the other, I'm comparing a 6-month period of time. And you can see here that the demand-supply ratio in the last 2 months has been stronger, both for the South Bay and for Palos Verdes Estates. The demand-supply ratio for the last 2 months has been stronger than the last 6 months, indicating that maybe the market is improving. Maybe that drop in price that we saw documented won't continue into the future. When we see that, let's take Palos Verdes Estates as an example, for every 10 new listings coming on the market, 7 existing listings were being put into escrow for the 6-month period of time of July through December. But for November and December, that really increased a lot. For every 10 new listings coming on the market, almost 10 existing listings were being escrowed. So that's a pretty strong market. And similar changes for the South Bay as a whole. In the next few charts, I review that ever important absorption rate for different cities and different areas of the South Bay. So make sure you go over that. Now let's exit out of here and get back to the blog post. You'll come to a section here, these tables, which if you really want to dig deeper into why the market is changing, look, it's not that complicated. The market changes because of changes in supply and demand. Real estate is no different than really any other commodity. Gold, silver, live cattle futures, it doesn't really matter. What's the supply? What's the demand? Figure it out from there. And in these cases, I did figure it out for you. I'm comparing here 2 6-month periods of time so that we take out seasonality as an issue, and then I compare the last 6-month period of time. So again, using Palos Verdes Estates as an example, we see that supply increased a bunch between July 2022 and December 2022 and July 2023 through December 23, 45, almost 46% increase in supply. Demand increased too, but not as much as supply. And what did that end up doing? It made it more difficult to sell properties in Palos Verdes Estates. The number of months of unsold inventory jumped 23% because of this balance between supply and demand. So if you were a seller in Palos Verdes Estates in the latter part of 2023, you kind of suffered a little bit because the market just wasn't absorbing product like it did the year before. That's just the fact. So if you wanted your house to be sold just as quick, something has to give. And that something is price. And that's what we saw. Prices kind of coming down a little bit. So I do that same thing for each of these areas. Palos Verdes Estates, as you saw, the peninsula, the greater South Bay as a whole, and Rancho Palos Verdes, Rolling Hills Estates, and the city of Rolling Hills. Rolling Hills, behind the gates, really had some some really interesting things going on. Supply didn't change at all. The number of listings that came on the market, the same between the 2 years. What did change? Demand. Demand jumped big time. So where we saw the number of months of unsold inventory go up by almost 24% in Palos Verdes Estates, it dropped by almost 60% in Rolling Hills. So, different markets react differently. That's why it's important to really focus on your particular area and look at the numbers there. The second oldest saying to the oldest saying about real estate, the oldest saying, location, location, location. The second oldest saying, real estate is all local. And as we could see, even in this micro market between Palos Verdes Estates and Rolling Hills, there's vast differences. So, there's no national real estate market. Don't pay too much attention to the talking heads on the news talking about the real estate market. Who cares what is happening in Kansas City? It's what's happening in your local market that matters. All right, look, I've been talking now long enough. I think that's it for now. If you want more information, just contact me. It's very easy to do. Just when you're at my website, go up to the Contact Us button, or you can click on either the blue Calendly link here, click here to contact George, or you can just bring up my phone number here and just give me a call that way. I'd prefer you not to use the Facebook Messenger thing. I really don't like that too much, and that's why it's covered up here. Just text me, schedule a time with me, or contact me via a message from my website. All right, that's it. Stay tuned for next month. I'll guarantee you there'll be some changes, and you're going to want to know so you don't lose money. Bye for now.